Facilitate learning of work skills on the job or in a simulated work environment. So direct comes under the elements and performance criteria. 1. Access and read and interpret the training documentation to determine acceptable standards of knowledge and performance required from the learners as per the curriculum. Obtain information of batch size, number of batches and schedule of training from authorized sources and documentation. Estimate equipment, materials and physical and information resources required to carry out demonstration and practice of work skills to be learned. Organize for necessary and adequate equipment, materials and physical and information resources required with support management and other support functions. Check and ensure that all equipment or materials and resources are ready to use and placed in a safe and learner-friendly manner. Notify learners of details regarding the implementation of the learning program and or delivery plan. Check and confirm a safe learning environment. 8. Share with the learners clearly acceptable standards of knowledge and performance required from them at the end of the session. Brief the learners on workplace health and safety requirements and the consequences of not adhering to the same. Ensure all learners have access to necessary equipment and materials for practicing on and learning the work skills. Explain each step in the task or procedure required to be learned to all learners and clarify their queries with respect to the same. Demonstrate each step in the task or procedure required to be learned to all learners at a pace and manner that is easy for learners to follow. Ensure that all learners can see the demonstration and hear the instructions and explanations clearly. Perform all the steps of the demonstration skillfully and in a proper sequence. Ensure that the demonstration is accurate and realistic. Explain unfamiliar terms and jargons as and when it is used in words that the learners can understand easily. State the precaution to be taken while performing the various steps. Provide opportunity for each learner to practice each step in the task or procedure required to be learned immediately after the demonstration if possible. Ensure steps are taken to protect the students as he or she performs each step of the procedure from hazards. Follow the learning program and or delivery plan to cover all learning objectives. Identify performance indicators that show achievement of performance standard or not. Identify process and measures to be incorporated to observe performance indicators of the learners while they work on the job or in a simulated work environment. Observe learner performance and evaluate as per performance criteria to be achieved. Record and share feedback on learners' performance with management as well as learner to support learning. Ensure the learners display competence repeatedly before signing off their learning accomplished. 26. Monitor the cleanliness and tidiness of the workshop area. Notify any special housekeeping requirements, maintenance requirements or training equipment repair requirements to appropriate personnel. Securing equipment and tools in safe places in accordance with procedures. Ensure that training equipments and tools are used and left in good condition. Complete learner records accurately and submit or process and in the required time frames. Knowledge and understanding. Training organization system policies and procedures such as candidate selections, rational and purpose of competency based assessment, cost or resourcing, organizational record management system and reporting requirements, health, safety and environment, issues relating to delivery of competency based training, work area inspection procedure and practices, waste and dangerous material disposal procedures and practices, procedures for recording, reporting and maintenance workplace equipment, which types of learning are best achieved and supported through the demonstrators. Training documentation to determine acceptable standards of knowledge and performance required from the learners. Know how to structure demonstration and practice sessions. Which factors are likely to prevent learning during demonstration and practice sessions and how to overcome them. The sources and availability of relevant equipment, materials and physical and learning resources and learning materials. Various best practices for effectively facilitating learning of work skills on the job or in a simulated work environment. Key workplace health and safety. issues in the learning environment, including roles and responsibilities of the key personal responsibilities of learners, relevant policies and procedures, including hazard identification, risk assessment, reporting requirements, safe use of equipment and emergency procedure, risk controls for the specific learning environment, how to maintain the work area by ensuring safety and security, how to handle hazardous materials, tools and equipment, emergency procedures to be followed such as fire accidents, etc. Long-term value of good posture and use of appropriate handling equipment. Generic skills: use whiteboard, flip charts to explain key points in a language or symbols understandable to learners. Make minor corrections, updates on presentation slides, handouts, etc. Write emails to interact with design team, seniors and other stakeholders. Reading skills: read presentation slides and trainers guides and participant handbook. Oral communication, listening and speaking skills: explain and describe training related concepts and facts to learners in a simple language that is understandable to the learners. Use effective listening and probing questioning skills to understand learners and their queries. Provide clear instruction to learners during the course of the training of conducting training activities and guide their behavior and conduct. Work effectively as a team member to cultivate collaborative and participative work relationship. Use assertive communication techniques and participate discussion techniques to handle group discussions. Use collaborative methods to handle conflict without losing calm. Handle disruption during training in a solution seeking and calm manner. Identify which learner and learning environment related concerns are to be dealt on their own and which must be reported and handled in consultation with seniors. Deliver training programs smoothly on time while meeting the session objectives. Ensure that all tools, materials, equipment are available at the appropriate time and place when and where they are needed. Identify and meet client and student needs. Apply problem solving skills that require negotiation to resolve problems of a difficult nature within organization protocols. How to improve work process. How to spot potential disruption and delays and what can be done to prevent the same as well as handle the same if it occurs. How to spot potential hazards at the workplace or simulated workplace.